Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. How are you all today? Today is Wednesday. I'm going to be live with Nancy tonight. So by the time you see this, it'll be Thursday and you will have seen the live. I don't know who all is showing up for Boggy Creek Live. I know it's going to be me and Nancy. Lynanne is questionable because she has internet issues, and Juan had to work a double, so I know he is not going to be there tonight as of filming this afternoon. I was outside. It's been so beautiful outside. I had to close the curtain because the slide out is behind us and it's giving me this big huge glare. But I was outside crocheting on the deck and listening to the birds and watching the birds, and I videoed a little. I'm going to put it at the end. You can hear the birds chirping and see some birds on the bird feeders where it's got all set up out there. It was really nice, but then the sun started coming in, and so I had to come in. So I thought, well, I have a few minutes. I'm going to make a video because it's been a little bit since I made one. Get you caught up on what I've been doing. And, you know, this retirement life, can we talk for a minute? Retirement is great. It's like I do whatever I can at whatever I want to, at whatever pace I want to, which tends to be slower than what I used to do anything before. It's like my husband says, it's like every day is Saturday, and there's no pressure to get anything done. Not that I'm not doing the things. I am doing all the things. You'd think I would be able to do so many more things, but I spend time sitting out on the deck watching the birds, talking to people driving by in their golf carts, just running to the store because, oh, we're out of ketchup, I want to run to the store. You know, well, we'll get that next time. Well, we'll make a trip. You know, just something to do. And it's wonderful. So I recommend it to everyone as soon as you can. As soon as you possibly can, do it. Retire, that is. So that's enough of that. We haven't gone anywhere. It was nice yesterday for the first time. We've had a couple of campfires, but the weather is finally, looks like hopefully it's going to start being a nice summer. Roy cleaned the roof off the camper today. First time he's been able to get up there and like sweep all the leaves off. You know, they got to do some maintenance to the camper roofs. So he did some things. We went to the store because we had his bird bath cracked. We bought several years ago a concrete bird bath from the Hartville Flea Market. If you're new to my channel, you have not probably seen the Hartville Flea Market. If you've been around, I usually drive through there at least once a season and take video and show you the size of Hartville Flea Market. It is a huge flea market. There's an indoor area that has, you know, they have retail stores, real nice furniture store. There's a meat market. I don't know, stuff changes all the time. And then there's like a second floor that's like thrifty kind of stuff. But outside is just flea market vendors. You've got fresh fruits and vegetables and junk. Lots of junk. And on a holiday weekend, Memorial Weekend is the biggest weekend. We were not here, so I did not go there. You have a hard time finding a place to park, and they expect 1 million people. This is a little rural community, so 1 million people in the flea market is a lot. But holiday weekends, they get a lot of people, and they're not open on Sundays because this is technically Amish country, so things aren't open. Your chain stores are open on Sundays, but anything that's like more local, not open on Sundays. Even some of the restaurants you can't go into on Sundays. And the flea market is not open on Sundays, which you would think, you know, that's a traditionally flea market day, but not in Hartville, which is fine. And I will take you guys there again one time, sometime this year. But I haven't been myself because it's been yucky and cold. But the weather. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed that everybody gets good weather now from now on. And that's what we're hoping for. So, let's see what else. So we bought this bird bath at the flea market, and over the winter it got a big crack in it. So he's trying to fix that. So I had to go to the hardware store and buy some stuff. And then we went to a couple of other stores and, groceries and just, all that kind of stuff. So we did some outside stuff. I bought a plastic rug for the deck because I wanted to brighten it up. I got that at Aldi's. And that's it. That's what we've done today. We'll be eating soon. So I thought I'll make this video real quick. I should have videoed when I could sit in the shade out there and show you the birds like behind me. I had every thought of doing that, but he was cleaning the roof. It got wet. I almost got dumped on, as a matter of fact. I heard it coming. I got up in time. And then we went to the store, so, to get the things we needed to fix some things. So it's all good. But let me show you. Let's start with what's on my hook right here. This is my 4.5 millimeter clover. I am doing Juan's spring crochet along. And let me make sure I show the front. This is the front. I am on week 3. I think week 4 came out on Monday, but I could be wrong. It could be that I'm up to date on week 3. But I think week 4 came out on Monday, and I think I'm about 3 rows in on week 3. And isn't it turning out so nice? I am using, he's doing a 4-weight yarn. Just a basic acrylic. I think he's using Big Twist, or probably Premier. But I wanted to do it, I wanted to use this yarn, and I thought this yarn would be so pretty with his crochet along, so that's why I decided to do this particular blanket, because I had this particular one yarn that I wanted to turn into a blanket. So this is the colors, and this is Big Twist Vista. I know you can't get it anymore, but it's a cotton acrylic, and it's 1 weight, and I am doing it with a 4.5 millimeter. The debate was on, because this yarn says to use like a 2 to 2.75. Like, I don't even think I have a hook that size. I might have a 2.75, but I probably don't have it here. And so I was debating which hook to use, and I was gonna do a 5 or even a 5.5, and everybody's like, oh no, you should do a 3 to a 4. So I was thinking a 4 to a 5, so I did 5.5, and 4.5, and I really like the stitch definition. I think if you look, give it a close-up look, the stitch definition is very good. I wouldn't want the stitches to be any smaller, only because I wouldn't be able to count them. When you look at it and you're like trying to count the beads or whatever on a single crochet kind of thing, I'm like, this particular row you had to skip 4 and go into the 5th stitch, and I'm like, not this row, one of these rows anyway, skip 4 and go into the 5th, and I'm like, I think that was this row. I'm like this, trying to see the stitches. So glasses on, glasses off, arms longer, shorter. It was a little bit difficult for me, and particularly at the end of the day, if you if you start to get tired at the end of the day and you're crocheting and your eyes got a little buggy, yeah. So I'm glad that I didn't go with a smaller hook. Smaller stitches would be hard. So that's that, and I'm really enjoying it. It's not too late to join in. And he puts out a very good tutorial. So that's that. Then I am trying to keep up with Laura's crochet along, Laura from Mimi's Crochet and Farming, on her washcloths, year of dishcloths. And this is my representation of this week's it was looking really good until I put the border on, and I think I just did too many stitches because it got all wavy and wonky with the border. But it's a washcloth, so I don't care. And this week's is one I've been looking forward to doing, but I don't have the right color yarn. So I might just buy a navy blue. And we talked about this before with a different one that I didn't do, but I want to do the one for this week. So we'll see. I did do, which I didn't bring over here, my luck of the draw. It's in the other room. Maybe Roy can hand it to me. But that's caught up for tomorrow. I had a really pretty color. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, we're all good. You all right?
All right,
Yeah, you didn't fall? We're good. I think I'm, yep, still recording. No major catastrophe. He tripped on my cord. I'm plugged in because I'll just stay unplugged for right now. So then my top, that I'm not sure I'm going to make it a top. It might end up just being a summer throw, which is fine with me. I went to my daughter's and I took it with me so I could have her help me size it to see if it's gotten too long. Not that it's growing, but it's stretching. As it's like the length when it hangs is just long. It's almost mini. It's past my shorts, I think. She said, Mom, it'll be a great beach cover up. No, it won't. Like if you wear a bikini, it's a great beach cover up. If you're not wearing a bikini, I don't know. I might just make it into a blanket. We'll see. I'm going to decide in the next few rows, to be honest with you. So this is what it's looking like. Let me show you just a little of it. One panel, or one half of the panel. So we started with the navy, or the lavender, and that's like one pattern repeat. And then the dark purple, the plum, is 2 pattern repeats, and then 1 pattern repeat on the white. And now I'm starting 2 more pattern repeats of the lavender. No, the dark purple. You can see dark purple. So the shirt is going to be worn, if I do it as a shirt, over the shoulder this way. Amanda said I should just leave it open in the center and belt it and make it a cover up like that because of the length of it. And which is a really good idea. I kind of do like that idea. So I'll decide when I get the next bits together. But I like the colors, and the white really brightens it up. So the plan is lavender, then the 2 dark purple, then the white, 2 dark purple, which I'll split in the middle of the dark purple will be the neckline. And then another white, then 2 more dark purple, and 1 more lavender. Then that should bring it across, but I think it's going to be, if I don't add the white, I'm not going to have enough. If I if I add the white, I think it's going to be too wide. So when I get it halfway, so 1 more repeat, 1 full repeat of the lavender, then I'm going to, be able to determine where it sits on me in the middle, and how wide is it really, to know how wide it's going to be, because 1 more repeat of this size will be the center. So that's what it's looking like, and it'll either be a top, but I'm doubting it's going to be a top. It might be a wrap with a belt kind of thing, or it'll be a blanket. We'll see what it turns out to be. But I love, the yarn is True Blue Sparkle. The purple is called Plum. The lavender is called, which you can't get it anymore, Truffle, and then white. Actually, I think it's off-white. Where is it? Ice. It's called Ice. The white is called Ice. So even though it was going to be a top, it just drapes so well and so stretches so long that my original chain just took on a life of its own. I have a really hard time sizing things to myself. So, whatever it is, a wrap or a blanket or a top, I already love it. I love the colors, I love the pattern and the texture, and I think it's going to be great. So that's my luck of the luck of the draw is the only one I didn't show you because it's in the other room. But that's all I've worked on. We have another luck of the draw color tomorrow. So tonight during the live, I will finish the white, and you guys will see it during them. So come and watch it. Watch the replay if you didn't watch it last night. You'll see it. You will have seen it because I'll be working on it during the live. That's it. That's it. That's all I got for you right now. I feel like I should have a lot more, but I don't. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I've been hanging out with friends and not crocheting as much, I guess, which is fine. Life is good. So listen, I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll see you tonight, which will be last night. And I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, gone already, huh? Caught a glimpse.
Yeah. It's a roasting.
Haven't seen him today. What's that one?